Yeah, we're rolling. Everything's good to go.
GoPro's going?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the first guest appearance on the Dirty Dog podcast. Welcome. We are thrilled to be and excited. We're mostly excited. We're thrilled and excited to be having our first guest on the podcast, guys. I'm super thrilled for this.
This guy?
About this guy.
Oh, yeah, he's
I
a
don't know.
good guy.
Guys, he's making his name in the area. He's a local DJ. Recently come off a huge W, winning the Kumo Rising Stars competition, fast tracking through the ranks with no sign of slowing down. People may know him as Slim Pickens, a.k.a. the Turntable God. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Chali.
Cheers.
Woo!
Cheers, boys.
Go, boys.
Thanks for coming on today, man.
No worries.
How you feeling today?
Yeah, pretty good, man.
Yeah, not too nervous being interviewed by three dudes?
Dude, not really.
No.
Just the boys.
Just
talking to the boys.
Nerve-wracking?
Little interrogation
performance?
I can safely say no. Well, depending on where I'm playing, but
Right. How tall are you?
6'4".
Damn. Yeah, he's taller than me, man.
Very tall.
I'm looking up at this motherfucker.
Yeah, solid 6'4", 230, boys.
That's right.
Big man. A little awkward on stage sometimes. You know, some places have it real low, and you got to lean over a lot.
Oh, my God.
So your
Back
lower
problems.
Back.
Yeah,
Lower back.
Lower back.
Lower back
Sometimes.
is
tailbone
shot.
grinds all
Yeah.
the time.
So you're here from Vancouver, eh?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
North Van.
And so you're a DJ.
I do. I'd like to consider myself one.
Yeah. Do you make your own music or anything like that, or just spin?
Honestly, just spinning. I'm trying to get into my own music production like right now and stuff, but that learning curve is very difficult. So it's more of like a slow roll tide kind of thing.
No kidding.
But eventually gonna get into. Obviously, I want to get into that like for a career. So start. I wanted just to start with DJing, kind of kick it from there, make myself a little bass, and then after that, just start focusing on the production part. And you know, I got a little fan base already. I'd be super supportive. Like everybody would already be supportive of the stuff that I make. So. Yeah, that's the plan.
True that. I felt like there was like a whole week where whenever I went on Instagram or any social media, like you're the only name I saw.
That
was like
last week.
I know, it was
And
crazy.
the week before. And the
Big
week
week
before.
for
I
it.
think it was a couple weeks that shit was
It was
going
just
on.
blowing up
the past
nonstop.
2 weeks.
So that was the am I saying it right? The Kumo Vancouver
yeah.
Rising Stars event.
Yeah.
So how long did that take, and like what were the steps to even apply to get into?
So
And hold on, let's just touch base really quick. So that was a competition.
it's a competition. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a competition with like local Vancouver DJs. They made a post probably like the whole competition was probably like a month and a half, something like that. I think at the very beginning they made a post and he's like, "Hey, tag you in the comments. Like, who do you want to be? Like, who would you like to see in the competition? This, blah, 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 whatever." Just I didn't even know it was out. And then I just saw some homies just already tagging me in that, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty sick." And then I just got some friends. I was like, "You know what? I'd love to be a part of that." So I'm like, "Just tag me in it. Let's go." And then made it, and there was 16 people out of like 200 applicants or something.
Damn.
Got into like a little bracket format.
Holy shit.
And then week by week for the first 3 rounds, they would just post on their story like who you're going up against and like people just to vote and stuff like that. Yeah. And the last week they did that as well, but they also added a thing where if you shared their story or shared one of their posts and tagged me in it, it counted for another vote. And I ended up winning the last week like 642 votes, like 609 or something like that.
Dude.
It was really close.
Dude,
You
yeah.
posted the results, and it was kind of a nail biter.
What was the second person?
Yeah. Who was the?
Krista Mack was the DJ.
Do you know her?
I only knew like Tylo and DJ Ramos, like Sean Landon.
Oh, okay.
He was the only ones that I knew through there. But it was pretty sick though, because like at the beginning too, like I just like got a bunch of all the DJs that were in that just like followed each other and stuff like that, and just like started talking. Like I got a good couple connections through that as well. And like I think throughout the entire competition, I got like 120 followers just from that alone and stuff. And then, yeah, man. But honestly, it was a really good thing to be a part of, because now I've in the past week and a half, I have like 3 more gigs lined up already. There's a couple of those things.
Damn, yeah, that's like crazy marketing. Get yourself out there.
That's sick, man.
Like, yeah, man. I put it.
So now that you've won, what does that entail?
So I get to just do a performance for the event company itself. It's on April 8th, I believe, and they're finding a venue to do it in. But that alone would be dope, because all of their like events is just like packed, sold out things, and it's just a great way to like get your name out there.
Nice. And so up until this point, you've been playing like local places, small, big venues.
Yeah.
Like, how many people would you say?
Nowhere massive. Like I think the biggest one I played was like right before COVID, Science World on like New Year's Eve.
Science World?
Dude, it was
Was it
epic.
outside or was it?
No, it was inside, dude. So they had like
Oh,
like
that's
that main
sick.
little stage area that they got there.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
wild.
Like they had like a DJ thing set up there. There was probably like 1,000 people.
So
in
does
that
that
thing.
happen often at Science World?
I think it was like a.
Okay, let's touch base really quick. So Science World is like this big bubble dome here in Vancouver, and it's like more of like a young adult like
It's full of science.
I'd say it's not young adults.
It's full of science.
Yeah,
It's
I think it probably just caters to like a wide variety. It's like obviously got like little like kids things, people learning about science and stuff, and there's probably pretty cool things for like the
Big
adults to look
place
at
for
too.
school.
Sweet. So
field
very
trips.
large.
yeah.
yeah.
Range of people.
No, it's a
Love it.
massive. It's like probably like roughly a little bit smaller than probably like
It's actually-
Rogers Arena, probably like roughly.
Yeah, no, it's smaller.
Yeah, well,
But
definitely smaller,
It's
but
a huge staple in Vancouver history. Like, it's been there for a long time, and it's
It's
brought in a
humongous.
lot of attention.
It's like the one like feature that you could see from anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like in the area, it's just like a giant bubble with
It's a
like
giant
lights all
sphere
over it.
that looks like a fucking Mars rover type looking. Like
Yeah, and you were
motherfucker.
inside of that, dude.
Yeah, I was
Just
inside of that,
jamming
yeah.
away.
no,
That's
I
sick.
like before that I was just playing at like Hello Goodbye, like a little like those little tiny
Yeah,
like
yeah, I know
little
that
tiny
spot.
clubs,
Yeah.
like an underground club, maybe max 50 to 100 people in that. Just doing it for free, just that's how you start off, just getting that, and then my buddy hits me up and he's like, "Hey, are you free on New Year's?" And I was like, "Sure, man. What do you got for me?" And he's like, "Science World." And I was like, "This guy's gonna call me," and I was like, "Okay." 2 days later, this puts me in a group chat with this guy on Instagram. This guy calls me, and he's like, "Yeah, like just talking to me about the details and stuff, blah blah." And he was like, "Okay, so what we can do at first is just what we do for our first timers. We give them $250 for the night." And then in my head, that's just at that time just the most amount of money I ever like. I couldn't even perceive that amount, like, that amount of money. And I'm like on the phone trying to keep it chill, and I was like, "Yeah, man, like that's totally fine. Yeah, that works for me." Like trying to play it off, like
Getting that first check for something that you like, your passion thing you love, is like
it
it
was-
feels like you're going to Mars.
Dude, it's
so
crazy.
insane.
And I just remember they got me, and I was like, they had 2 rooms. One of them was just like upstairs in like the hallway, and then one of them was like in the main room. And I get there, I don't even know what time I'm playing yet. I was just told to come at 9,
Yeah.
and all that. And then he's like, "Find this guy." So I go find this guy, and he's like, "Yeah, so you're playing at, was it 10:45 to 11:30 in the main room?" So it's like right before New Year's, and I was like, "Sick." And then 1 to 3 in the morning, and like in the main room as well.
Damn.
And like that just popped off, and then that same event company hired me for a Valentine's Day thing at the old Trump Towers and like the old Dre's that they had there.
That's not the Trump Tower anymore. It's
Not
like
anymore.
Vancouver
What they
International.
rebranded to?
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
it is still owned by Trump. Sorry, I know we're getting off topic here, but
Yeah.
I've been curious about this. So there's a big hotel downtown, like right on the main strip of Vancouver, where all the
Mhm.
businesses
Georgia
are.
Street.
Yeah, it's on Georgia.
Yeah, and so it used to say Trump for the longest time, and then I
Yeah.
think
Right.
obviously he wasn't too hot in the media for a little bit. And so did they switch just the name? Is it still owned by him, or is that
It's
something
probably
else?
still owned by him.
Okay.
I think it's still
the
owned,
Trump
but they
Tower.
think they just took the.
No, it's not
The-
Trump Tower.
I
I
think
think
they
some
just took
hotel
the-
took over it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, some hotel took
Oh.
over it. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay, sorry. Back on
Yeah,
track,
no,
as
and
you were
then-
saying.
And then they had the old. It was like a. I don't remember what it was called, but like the old Dre's.
Yeah,
The Dre's
club-
nightclub.
The Dre's
Good
nightclub. It
spot,
had a
good
massive
spot.
pool, and then I got to play there too.
There's
and
a
just-
pool.
There was
It
a
was
pool in the
massive,
middle of the
People
club.
jumping
That-
in and stuff.
nobody. A couple
Every
people
now
who
and
got
then.
real drunk jumped in the pool,
Nice.
but it was just
Nice.
yeah, there was probably like 2,000 people in there too.
Damn. Do
And
you have like a warm up ritual that you do before each set?
Dude, honestly, not really. Just like have a beer to calm the nerves a little bit.
Okay.
Like no matter, like I just remember when I like Science World was like the big one for me, where I was so like friggin' nervous right before.
okay.
And
So let's go over the timeline here. So small venues,
small venues,
Science World.
Science World, and then just like blew up. But unfortunately, it was like right before COVID,
Right.
and I had a bunch of gigs lined up, and then just COVID.
All right.
And
So
all
we've
the
talked
shit.
about past. We've gone to present. What's the dream venue? Like the biggest one that you could imagine.
Dude, like obviously Tomorrowland. Like Tomorrowland would be dope. Like,
Okay,
just like
I-
Vancouver lives, you mean?
I have a question for you. So you have the option of meeting the love of your life tomorrow,
Okay.
Oh my
Or-
God.
playing at Tomorrowland. What would you choose?
Ooh.
Come
Dude.
on, you gotta get your goals, brother. You gotta get your goals.
Oh, dude, man, I don't know. I'd probably choose. That's a tough one, man. But I think right now goals.
Right.
I think I choose the goal of just
Nice.
playing there.
So do you?
Yeah, like
do,
I
you
like
do you drink before you perform? Usually,
just like 1 or 2.
1 or 2 or 3
Well,
or 4.
just to loosen up.
Just 1 or 2. Just 1 or 2
Okay.
just to loosen up, and
Yeah.
then like just to get the nerves gone. But then as soon as I play the first song, people are vibing to it. Then it's just
Yeah.
it's not even a problem anymore.
Yeah,
And
like
it's like I'm
something to
back in my
simmer.
room, been practicing for 4 years,
Fair enough.
like day and night. You know, it just becomes like secondhand, and then
Definitely.
there's just a bunch of people there, and it's
So,
just super cool.
If I'm correct, you played last night as well.
Yeah.
So where?
Or wait, was
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago at Levels. Yeah,
At Levels, how was that?
that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
It was pretty good too.
that was Wednesday,
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. played at
Nice.
Levels,
Was it
yeah.
packed? Is it usually packed on weekdays or?
Dude, yeah, like when
a
I got there
Tuesday,
at 10 o'clock, that's because they have like a industry/guest list thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like you
okay.
like it's like that when or like celebrities used to play the other nightclub
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. But yeah, no, I got there at like 10 and there was already like probably about 50 people in line waiting to get in.
So there were other DJs performing as well. Are they your buddies or
Yeah, it was-
are they just like people that you know
It
through
was
the
it was
industry?
my buddies, Tylo, James Wren,
Nice.
and then this girl named Novalo who I met like like 2 months ago when I played at levels before as well.
Nice. And you're playing tomorrow as well, right?
Yeah, tomorrow at Enzo.
Where's Enzo at?
I believe it's the old Harbor Convention Center.
Okay.
So it's like right next to BC Place, right next to like Park Casino. It's massive.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
a
that's
good
like
spot, actually. That's a good area.
that's like another
So to
like,
grab people's attention.
I think
when
it's
they're
like another
walking by.
1,000 people venue.
Oh,
as
wow.
well.
Nice.
And it's like a
dude.
Friday night. Like
It's like Yaletown area, pretty much. Stadium Yaletown.
Yeah. Close.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally probably like a 2-minute walk from BC Place.
Are you allowed a +1?
It's actually
the DJ.
it's free guest list before 11 RSVP. They're gonna give me a code to tell people tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh,
Tell the bands
sick.
if you
I
get in
think
before
I
11.
already know the code. We can't say that shit though.
Oh, you do know the code.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I told it to you yesterday. Yeah, it is a funny one.
Nice.
But yeah,
still,
no.
man.
Yeah, and I play tomorrow, and then I think if I believe I'm correct from what my friend told me, is if it goes well, then I'll probably be able to do it like every Friday as well.
Oh my
That's a
god,
good
dude.
gig.
Which
That's
is like
amazing.
an epic hookup.
So
like,
you're like kicking off right now.
it's nice for like when things open back up after COVID, like still being remembered from back
Dude,
when I
it
started
must
popping
feel
off.
so good getting back into things, eh?
How did COVID affect the DJing? Like,
Uh,
you were kind of on a roll before,
Yeah.
and then bam, COVID hits.
Well, I gotta say at first it was pretty brutal because I know, like, because for the first like 6 months to a year,
Yeah.
I believe it was like you couldn't do anything.
It was
Like,
probably
you were, like,
disheartening and everything.
Oh,
right?
dude, it really sucked because it's like you put all that effort for like 3 years prior.
Did you do the Twitch thing? Like
I
the
did
Twitch
do the
live?
Twitch thing.
Did
Nice.
the
Yeah.
Instagram lives.
No,
everything.
didn't do
Yeah.
Those were
Instagram
fun to
Live.
watch.
Man.
Instagram
Those are
Live.
going crazy.
Yeah, Instagram Live wasn't the thing I used because there was a lot of copyright strike potential
Oh,
on
yeah,
that
yeah.
thing. But
Oh.
Twitch
Yeah,
was
Twitch was
was
lazy
pretty
about
open
it.
The
beans.
streams were fun to watch.
Dude, yeah,
They
no.
were fun.
I remember like I was probably like a year into it. I was like, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. I bought like the necessary equipment to get it going. Put a couple cameras in my room. Got some LED lights just going around.
Nice.
2-3 hours every like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. I remember my first stream had like 200 people just watching it.
No way.
Just cause nobody had anything to do. Right?
That's amazing,
And I was like,
man.
damn, I wish I kind of thought of like doing this earlier.
Did you have like the donations flying in and stuff?
Yeah,
too?
well, like for Twitch, you need to consistently stream for a certain while before you can. You're allowed
Yeah.
to, like,
No,
get
I'm
those
a
licenses.
Twitch streamer
Oh yes,
myself.
yeah,
right?
yeah. So like
Oh,
after
wow.
for the first couple of weeks, no, but then after that, it was like subscribe. So it was another way to. It was another good way to like keep the money going in a little bit as well.
200 people though, dude.
That was my
That's-
first one. Yeah,
for Twitch, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Yo, so
yeah.
what's one of your craziest memorable stories from a night out that you were DJing at an event here?
Craziest night out event.
Yeah, let's do highlight, low light. Like highlight, which was.
Are you comfortable talking about
Yeah,
it?
dude. No, let's
Are
go,
you
man.
okay?
Yeah, we're gonna need you
Feel
to
like
cut
you're
that.
talking
I just gotta think about it because like I think the highlights gotta be from like a while ago, and I got like because I've just recently started doing it again. Like
Yeah.
Tuesday was fun, but I'd probably have to say like at the Dre's was probably the craziest, just like having people just getting so fucked up and
Yeah.
just partying their ass off and jumping in the pool and stuff, and like the pool was right in front of the DJ
Just
stand
trying
too.
to focus and
That's
shit.
pretty
while people
epic.
are
That's so
jumping in the
cool.
pool.
And then you have like girls dancing on stage right beside you as well, and then these like VIP girls just come and bringing you double vodka sodas every once in a while,
That
just
sounds
free
nice.
drinks.
That
and
sounds
stuff.
nice.
Like that was pretty fun.
Has things ever like gotten out of hand, like i.e. like the Travis Scott situation, and you actually had to step in and make like a stance at all? Or
No, it's not really because it's not. I've never like done any kind of like festival like rave type thing. It's always just like club controlled things. People keeping
Right.
their own little groups.
You
It's
got
never anything.
bouncers and everything.
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
too.
and it's nothing ever like too wild in the club scene in like Vancouver. I've noticed. I think but it's like obviously certain like if you're going to see certain EDM artists and stuff, like obviously you're gonna maybe run into those kind of situations.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like just at like clubs when there's like mixed music, like hip hop, like like dance and stuff, and everybody's kind of like controlled, not trying to like get real wild out, like just like a night out.
Have you
It's
ever
pretty-
been too drunk playing a set?
near the end of the one at Trump Towers? It was pretty sketchy.
There you go, yeah, that sounds good.
No, yeah, I know, because like every 15 minutes, just double vodka sodas are flying. It's
Right,
weird.
right.
And then
True,
like I'm
true.
sitting there I DJ'd for like 3 hours, I think, that night, and by the end of it, man, like it was good. I still managed to get by, but
It was a
it's
struggle and a half.
When you're DJing, are those drinks free?
It's dependent on where you are.
Really?
Yeah.
It
They
is.
don't fucking supply the fucking.
no,
They
dude,
DJ?
it's brutal.
Really?
It's very dependent on like where you're doing it, but usually you get a DJ tab and you're allowed to just use like it's like $100 probably,
So
50,
like-
50 to
so
like
100
5
bucks.
That's pretty
drinks.
good.
Yeah.
That's 2 drinks, 2 doubles.
Yeah, 2 doubles.
Yeah,
for
some
Vancouver.
places
doubles,
it's
1 triple.
ridiculous, man. But yeah, no.
Even
Yeah.
if they have a kitchen, like you could order meals and stuff.
Well, dude, I DJ'd it.
Just meal prep through the week.
Mowing on
spend your
wings, trying
$100
to turn
on,
the
like,
table.
wings.
Yeah.
Oh, I got hot sauce on here.
Dirty paper cloths everywhere.
Yeah.
Nah, man. No, but like, yeah, no, like some places free,
food.
some places not at all.
Yeah.
Do you ever have those girls in the crowd and they hold their phone up and they're trying to show you
Play a
something?
song.
Request songs all the
Yeah,
time.
like song requests or like anything sexual, like anything.
No,
holding up
okay,
to-
nothing ever like. But when I got a funny story from New Year's that Silence Pro one. Yeah, like
Yeah.
since the stage wasn't elevated a lot and people could like walk up to you, I had so many people like, hey, play this song, play this, and I was like, no, like I don't have it, like because you have to bring a USB and like you only have that music that you have on your USB. I can't just download songs.
Spotify.
Yeah, I don't just like I'm not just playing.
Yeah, sure. Let me just. Here you go, guys. I'll add it to the queue.
yeah. No, and then I was like, yeah, no. But then after a while, you just kind of just go, yeah, for sure. Just give me a couple songs, and they just forget about it.
They're
and
just
never
so
come
drunk.
back.
Yeah, they just walk away.
No, that's how I've learned how to deal with it. Or I just like, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, just.
So you've had like no altercations pretty much like while you've been doing this, like on set, or like no big problems ever happen to you, like a drink being spilt on the turntables, or just like someone trying to get in your face or like spit on you, like nothing
no way,
crazy.
man. No, it's always like pretty good vibes. I think like
Fair
the places that I played, I've never had like no arguments, none of that BS. Like just
And
Just
like,
a great amount of respect towards you.
yeah, that's
well,
good.
like,
This guy's playing
like,
the
you don't-
tunes.
you don't have people like bringing up drinks when you're like DJing next to like it's
Yeah.
like even though it's not my equipment, I'd still be like, yo, step back. Like you're drunk. I don't
100%.
trust you at all.
I got a
Like,
motherfucking job to do here.
yeah. Well, it's what it is, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't consider it one, but like it is a job that people have to come and do, and so it's like, hey, respect that. Fucking don't come up here like throwing drinks and like just being a mess because like if someone spills a drink, that ruins the entire night.
Oh, for sure.
All the
Yeah.
music's done. You're probably never getting welcomed back anywhere in Vancouver.
100%.
How
What's-
often? Sorry.
Go
How
ahead, go ahead.
often do blackout people mistaken the DJ booth for the bar?
Oh, that's
thing?
common.
I've
That,
never-
no, that's an actual.
That
thing.
is a thing. There's
No,
so many videos of like drunken men, women like, can I get a double vodka cran?
Ooh, that
And this
was really
guy's
accurate, buddy.
DJ. Sorry. That was me
he's been one of
once.
those people who's done that before for sure.
Twice. Three
No, I can't say that I've ever had that happen, but
Not
I would,
yet.
I would
Not
absolutely love if that happened to me. I'd be recording it as well, right in your face.
1 sec, I'm just hoping this person here.
You're mixing a drink and hitting buttons and everything.
And then just give them one of my drinks. It's like, oh, can I get a rum and coke? Oh, I got vodka soda. That's all I got up here. This is just a vodka soda bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So we talked about Twitch for a little bit, you being on that platform. With like the whole metaverse situation coming into effect, do you think like, let's say we get to a point where like nobody's going to clubs or bars or like events anymore, do you think you'd switch over to like something like that?
Well, I feel like it's just a thing where if it did happen, like I don't know if it will or not, but like I'd probably try to adapt to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, kind of go with the flow because like I'd still want to be playing music for whatever crowd, whatever that, but I would adapt to it.
Interesting.
If there's no one coming to clubs anymore, it's like, what
So
am I
like,
doing?
is that like
Yeah,
people
true.
just like the metaverse? Like, is that going to be like people putting like their VR headsets on
Yeah.
at home?
I think
naked
so.
and
Yeah,
just
it's
walking
weird.
on?
It's so new, dude.
Should we do
Yeah, I don't know too much about it to even probably have a
Yeah, I'm
conversation
pretty
about
ignorant
it.
when it
really.
comes to
You want a little
metaverse.
10-minute break? Is that what I'm catching
no,
up
a
on?
metaverse podcast?
No,
Could
that's
you
definitely
imagine?
happening. Guys,
We're all
there's
just sitting
cra-
here with goggles
Dude,
on.
people are buying
Oh my
metaverse real
God.
estate.
Yeah, people
Oh,
are buying
dude, that's so
metaverse real
crazy.
estate.
Like and like
Someone bought
for millions.
I
dude.
think
someone bought
someone-
a yacht for
yeah,
like
someone bought a-
$330,000.
Yeah, someone bought a fucking yacht. On the
Why?
metaverse. Yeah,
Let's buy a
the
yacht.
Why?
first yacht.
Dude,
So
I
they
know,
can't even
man.
go on.
The first yacht in the metaverse.
That'll be crazy.
How do
Yo,
we know
Nate-
that like the metaverse is going to be the one thing to take over? Like, let's say like so that's Jeff Bezos doing the
No,
it's-
metaverse
No,
is,
that's Facebook.
Okay,
That's
so it's
it's
Facebook.
Facebook.
So let's say Jeff
Merger.
Bezos makes his own like Amazonian verse or something.
Okay.
So why does like
Prime-
I'm not
Prime
well
verse.
equipped to like handle this conversation.
Me neither, but I
I
do
don't know.
believe it just like look at all the people that are investing into it, and then you'll get an idea from them. Like if you're looking at all these big companies that are putting all this money towards it and all their effort, and like all these huge announcements they're making, like obviously it's probably going to go somewhere.
Mm.
That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
but, like,
Sorry, I didn't mean to push this conversation into that.
No, no,
that's all
let's
good.
get back on topic. So how'd you get into DJing to begin with?
I think by the end of high school, like grade 11, grade 12, when I like actually started like physically going to parties and stuff and drinking, I was always just been super into music. Music's in my family. Like dad used to be drummer. Like I used to play the bass when I was a kid. Just I don't know, just always love listening to music, but I always wanted to be the guy playing music at parties and watching people vibe to the songs that I'm playing. And then I was like, one day it just clicked, maybe like a year, like when I was like 18, and I was like, wait, I can get paid to do this. I think it'd be pretty cool too. It's like I can make a living out of this. Like this sounds like something that I want to do. And then just bought my first little turntable just in my room for probably like a year straight, maybe. Come home from work, just like come home and work at midnight, 4 or 5 in the morning, just doing that till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Damn.
And then just like grinding away, like online tutorials, all that,
No
figuring it out for
way.
myself. And then one day, like just got lucky enough that I met a guy at Contact Music Festival, and he's like, I had pre-drinks at my house and I was just DJing just for fun. And he's like, hey, you're pretty good. You wanna, might be able to swing something. He's like, I run an event company.
Shit,
like, let's get it going. And then started playing at Hello Goodbye. Like that's how I got my first.
Being a
little-
young kid, just hearing
bad.
somebody like just credit you for that must have
Yeah.
been like the best feeling ever.
No, it was great. It was like 19, just turned 20, I think. I believe. that's when I was.
Damn. Who's
when I had my first
who's like an inspiration of yours, like when you first got started? Like who were you listening to back in the day versus like who you're listening to now?
Oh man, like back in the day, it was very like mainstream kind of
Right.
artists, like Martin Garrix and
Vici,
all
Dead
that,
Mouse.
Avicii, yeah, all those. I think Avicii was like a huge one that I was just so
of
into
course.
at the time. I feel like 3-4 years ago, Avicii was huge. Like,
Yeah.
it was like 2016 to like 2014 to.
What an impact
Yeah,
that had, like losing him.
Oh,
He's
crazy.
even
Like,
he's
it's
even
crazy.
a huge inspiration towards people that like
Oh,
aren't
so
even
many
into
people.
music,
Oh, yeah,
making
man.
music. Like he's just like one of those guys.
That's
that
crazy.
is
I
always gonna
watched so many
top
little
tier.
documentaries and just little things about just his prior life and just like what he used to do and just grind away in his room as well.
He
and his
accomplished a
little
lot in
laptop.
the time that he was here.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and I gotta say Skrillex too.
Oh my god,
he
dude. That's
started
how I
it.
got it.
Skrillex?
That's
The
how I
guy-
got into
the guy who
electronic
started
music.
it all, man.
Huge in high school.
Yeah.
Like you have your headphones in, just Skrillex on max volume.
Dude, I would be-
Walking
I
to
would-
school,
I would
listening
be-
to Scary
yeah.
Monsters, nice sprites,
Oh,
bro.
his
Yeah.
early stuff was
Oh
just
my God.
obnoxious.
Oh.
Like compared to what he's doing now.
No, his stuff now is amazing.
In
too.
I remember being in math class in like grade 10, just like blasting Bangarang, just like in my little
Yeah,
fucking wired
yeah.
Apple headphones, and like the whole class could hear me.
Probably why my hearing's so bad from listening to music in high school on max volume for hours and hours a day.
What's that called when like you have ringing in your ear? Tinnitus?
Oh, tonight is
You have tinnitus from Skrillex.
Yeah,
I don't have ringing, but like I'm just deaf sometimes, man. I just can't hear a thing.
No, I definitely I'm gonna get that because I play in clubs all the time and the
What?
headphones are loud as stuff.
Do you wear earbuds or anything?
Oh, like I got like headphones, yeah.
but like
No,
aside
no
from
ear,
that,
no
Like
ear,
ear
like no
protection or
earplugs,
anything?
no.
damn,
I guess the
dude.
speakers are kind of like in front of you, and
Well, they're in
the
front,
sound's
facing that
going
way, but we
out,
also have
yeah.
booth monitors too on each
Okay.
side, so we can hear what it sounds like from out there. But they're not nearly as loud. But just so you can make sure there's nothing staticky going on, because like if it's just facing that way the whole time and it's maybe like 5-10 feet ahead of you, you're not be able to hear that properly.
Well, if you think about it, if like you make it so like you go deaf, so that you can only hear like sound at like a certain like heightened frequency, like playing in clubs and stuff, you would never have to think about like just day-to-day conversations. You could just ignore everybody and just focus on music.
Are you
Like,
saying go
Well,
deaf?
yeah, that's
To
what I'm saying.
promote
I-
your
I don't
music
think-
and get better.
That wouldn't be
Go
too
deaf.
beneficial though. No?
Well, I mean, like aside from like having to talk to business people, like yeah, I'll play at this venue.
Aside
But you could hire a guy.
aside from
Yeah.
every other thing in
You
life.
can.
I think
you'd
if
have
I
to
was
deal with.
I think if I was a boss of some sort, I was reaching out to people that were going to perform.
You would
my
be like
set,
Mozart.
A deaf person would definitely be someone on the bottom of the list.
Oh,
that I would be
excuse
reaching
me?
out to.
You would be so unique. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a deaf DJ. How cool does that
And
sound?
then maybe it just changed the trends for everything. And then it's
Yeah,
just so
everybody's
terrible
going
and everybody
deaf.
Everybody would be very intrigued.
it's a
They'd
trend.
be like,
I
Have
feel
your ears
how is
removed.
he doing this?
You can feel the vibration.
You can feel the vibrations.
Yeah, that'd be a cool talent.
Hey, so wait, I just want to interrupt this podcast real quick. For winning your competition, we've actually got you a present here,
Ooh.
and we want you to open it on the podcast here. It's a whole lot of nothing. It's a little bit of something. Let's throw it to this guy.
You have to catch this.
Oh, good catch.
It's
good
just on
catch.
behalf
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
an
Dirty Dog
athlete.
Pod members here. But let us know what you think. I don't know.
It's
I'm so excited. I don't even know what it is.
it's very unique.
Is it? How do you know?
All right, before he opens this, is it gonna enhance his like career? Would you say?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Big time.
This is something that's gonna change his life.
It's not what's on the outside
I'm
of the
so
box.
curious.
It's what's inside the
Hey,
box.
we're gonna have to blur that. Hey, Conrad. The box.
The box?
Yeah, we'll have to blur the box.
The inside or the out?
Oh,
Like
you
the
had a
wrapping
hard
paper?
time
Yeah.
open that, eh? Don't worry. It's
I have to
not-
blur it.
Probably.
Oh,
No, but it's,
No.
so it's on a.
inside.
It's in a cereal box.
No, like open it like this. You just said
open
no
it.
a bunch of times, so I wasn't
Wait,
sure
can
if
you
that
do the
was-
thing where you reach into it and try and tell us, like where you put your hand in, you
Oh
feel
my
the spaghetti?
God.
Oh, it's brains.
What
Like, can you
is
do
that?
something like that for us?
All right, let's see.
What's it feel like?
Yeah, what does it feel like?
Like there's like a tube connected to it.
Do you just want to show the camera real quick? So, on the behalf of the Dirty Dog podcast, we actually got you a penis pump. You got me a
Yeah. Hey,
Hey!
congrats
DJ Chali,
on
ladies
winning.
and gentlemen.
DJ Chali.
So
I don't
you
even want
can-
to
There
Check
you
touch
this
go,
out.
buddy.
How does this work?
It's not used. It's not.
It's there's stuff in it.
That's what I mean. I don't want to
Oh
touch
my
it.
god.
It looks like it's been fondled a little bit. All right, so here,
Really?
like let me do a
There's
demonstration. I
couple
have to put the
videos
mic
on
down.
YouTube. You'll figure it out real quick.
All right, can
Doing a
you just
demonstration. Is that what I just
Definitely
heard?
Google it.
can you give us like the listeners like an auditory visual of like what I'm doing with this, just so we
If
can
you
get
guys
an
hear
idea?
anything later,
Sure.
don't worry about it.
So,
If I hear,
penis goes in,
And then
and then once your penis is in, there's a little lever, and you just pump it. And it's supposedly supposed to bring blood circulation to your penis to then grow it over time. It's like going to the gym and working out your arms or something, you know?
oh,
They'll eventually get bigger. You might want to use
So-
lube or something to like lube it up because the rubber seal's like not so great on
Oh.
it.
if we got him to like turn around and not face the camera, could we get him to try it?
Not happening.
Back.
That's an
Are
insult.
you having a problem with that thing? Cole, can you hold him out real quick?
no, he's
Just
just gonna
stand
hold
back.
it now.
Ryan, can you?
Technical.
What I've done is all right, we're gonna take a 2-minute technical break here.
Fuck.
Fascinating. All right, so we're back in 3, 2, 1.
We are back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Dog Podcast.
take
We've
a
got
little
DJ Chali with us
technical
today. After
We
a little
did-
technical break, he
we
ripped the
definitely-
mic stand off in excitement at seeing his penis pump.
I know this is unbelievable.
Is that what we call using the penis pump?
What?
Hey,
Is
thanks,
that what
boys.
we
I'll give you a
call
round of
using
applause for
the
that
penis
one.
pump for those 5
Cheers.
minutes we were going? A technical difficulty?
That was a technical difficulty.
No.
So what?
Using the
What
penis
made
pump
you
was a
choose
technical.
this gift?
You know, when someone hits an achievement in their life, it's
Uh-huh.
good to pump their tires just a little bit more.
It's a metaphor.
And then
I
I'll
feel
pump
like,
my own,
I
I
feel
guess.
like
I
this
see, I
guy's
get
got to
it.
pump his own tires at some point because he's got to give himself some credit for achieving something so great.
I'll give my-
We're proud of you.
We're proud
That's
of him.
We're proud of
We're
you.
definitely proud of him on behalf of the Dirty Dog Pod. I mean, truthfully, we are. I mean, the penis pump, aside from all things, we are
Oh.
proud of you. It's super
Cheers.
great.
Dude,
Thank you.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
That just means that we're all going to be going to your event when you go and perform, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, you guys up?
Awesome.
I'll do what I can.
He's also a resident DJ at this house.
Yeah, no, whenever we throw parties or anything, this guy's the always number one go-to.
True.
Dude,
There was a
love
crazy
it.
party that happened here. There was a tattoo artist.
Halloween.
Yeah, so yeah,
Halloween.
should we talk about that a little bit?
we can't because
Let's get
it's
into it.
part of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
DJing.
So me and Cole had a huge Halloween party last year, and it was crazy. We had a photographer, we had a live DJ, we had a tattoo artist like set up in one of the rooms. So like people were just like walking around and coming out of rooms and being like, "Yo, check out this motherfucking tattoo!" And then, like, it was crazy, like full blown tattoo artist. Like, what else do we have? We had a keg. We had a
Yeah,
keg that no
keg.
one drank. What the fuck? We
Yeah,
paying $200 for a
big
keg.
problem in our friend group.
Yeah, no,
is,
I've seen that.
We get a big party going, and our one certain friends like get a keg, and we're very influenced. We get the
Yes,
keg,
sir.
This motherfucker.
and it only gets half drinking.
I know, and then we got to return
And then
it. half
Wes and I
full.
got to return it every single time.
And the people at the brewery are looking at us like, what the fuck?
Why
Like,
didn't you
why
drink
didn't-
this?
yeah.
Absolute clowns.
You guys had a week to do this. You couldn't do it? And we're like, dude,
You
no
got
one drank that
flat.
Shit,
shit.
if you ever get one, just throw it downstairs. The boys down there will.
No, but it was crazy. We had like decorations everywhere. Like how much? I think we spent like $300 on decorations.
lot
It's
of
just like
money.
balloons and shit. Like the cleanup was
we
crazy.
had a bouncer too.
Yeah, we had
Oh,
a
we did have a
bouncer at the
bouncer.
front
We
door.
did
That's
have a
crazy.
bouncer.
We actually had a bouncer checking for Vax cards and identification.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
We
We had
we followed it
stamps
up.
Little
and
checklists
everything
and
too.
stuff.
We made sure it was very legal.
So if a cop actually did show up, I mean, what was the limit at the time when people were?
50.
It was 50.
It was 50.
There were a lot more than 50 people.
There's so many people here.
No, but it took us a long time to clean
I don't
up
know.
the
I don't know
house.
if at the time there was a limit. To be honest,
I think there.
I think it would, no. I think I don't know. I know the clubs and stuff were, I think, were half capacity. Like all those places were.
Everywhere
that's
was.
the point. That's
Everywhere.
at that point. But I don't know about households, to be honest. But I think 50 probably
I think
sounds.
No, I
households
think
was.
it might
about
have been
right.
a little more harsh. I think it might have been like 20 or.
I
Restrictions
think
have been
it
a
was
roller
20
coaster.
and family only or some
Yeah.
shit.
Like
It
one other
was.
family or something. No, that
Yeah.
yeah.
Bonnie brought down the hammer on us.
Yeah. No.
Did you get any text messages from anyone the next morning being like, I can't believe I got this done. Like, I regret this so much.
I
Was
did.
anyone
One
upset?
of our
did.
buddies,
One of
every
our
single
buddies.
time we see him.
Yeah, every single time
Is
we
it
see him,
Brody?
he's like, no, we can't say his name.
No.
But
Yeah.
every time we see him, he's like,
tall and
oh,
muscular.
he never ever wears
hair, huh?
shorts to the gym
Yeah.
anymore. Like he's
The
so
average age.
insecure. about
Wow. What did
Average
he get
age
done?
guy.
What was the
it.
tattoo?
He just got like a little tattoo like on
I
the
have one
corner
on
of
my
his
leg.
leg, like right here.
Is this who I think it is?
Big macho daddy, puff daddy, flex 420.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drives a Jeep Cherokee with
yeah. I know
4
the
million
guy,
subwoofers in it.
I know
Yeah,
the
that
guy.
guy.
That's hilarious.
nice guy.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out.
Shout out
What
to
a
you,
lad.
buddy.
If you're ever looking at him, it's on his ankle.
Wonder what the average age of a guy gets.
Definitely
Look for a guy in a
ask him
Jeep
about
Cherokee
his
wearing pants.
yeah,
No,
camel
but
pants.
the party was great, guys. It was awesome.
was
It turned
fun.
out really well. I mean, besides the fact that Cole and myself had to clean up for fucking a week, like the floors were fucked. What was it? Was that the party that we had?
That wasn't a week. It was about like 4 hours of just cleaning the floors in general.
Yeah, but I
because
kept going back because I
Somebody sitting here decided it was a good idea to get balloons with confetti inside of them.
yeah. So when you buy balloons off of Amazon, you
I
don't
remember-
actually see the confetti in the fucking rubber. So like they're being sent here. Like I didn't fucking know.
I remember blowing those up, and that was like the hardest thing I had to do in my life.
There's some person who wants to
Shout out,
like,
bro.
Dude, like
do
trying
the
to blow up
helium
those
thing.
freaking balloons, man.
Yeah, how'd
I
you
was
up
struggling.
there?
I almost passed out like multiple times on this couch. You're like, hey, you want to blow these up? And you just get me all the confetti ones. And I was like, am I just not?
I think one of our buddies did a running jump start or running slide.
So
He did.
yeah, that
we
was
were in the
Frozone.
kitchen,
Yeah.
and all I hear, well, I was in the living room, and he's in the kitchen. All I hear across the house is, "All right, boys, let's pour some beer all over the floor. I'm gonna slide
We're
across
gonna make
the
a slip and
house."
slide in the kitchen.
He did it.
I storm in. Absolutely not. We are not pouring beer. Here's Dawn dish soap. Let's do this thing. For
Oh, we
real.
did
what
dish
a
soap.
wor-
They
I'd
did
say
use
that's
dish
a
soap.
worse idea than
Yeah.
it just fucked up the floor. The floor
No,
was
beer would have
slippery
been.
the
beer would have
floor
been
was
worse.
slippery for days, man. You'd walk in
But
that
either way,
kitchen.
we have a video of it. I don't know if we can put it up.
Do you want me to put it up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
that'd
gonna put
probably
it up
be
in the
great.
top
Put it up.
right-hand corner. right
But
now.
that dude
There it is.
slid. For
Whoa,
a
that's
while.
crazy.
Wow. That was pretty funny though.
That was good.
That was
time.
pretty funny.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yo, so
Yeah.
Chali, when you're like reaching out to clubs and venues and stuff, do you usually reach out to them?
So, a huge thing I've noticed since like
Mad dog.
doing stuff with clubs and stuff, like reaching out doesn't really work. You kind of
Yeah.
have to like go to the clubs a lot, and like you have to like know like certain people.
Okay.
So like what I used to do is I used to like go to levels a lot, and then you just kind of eventually just meet people who work there, and you start talking to them.
Yeah.
Well, the next time you talk to them, you start, hey, I also DJ, and then another thing after that, start making your thing out of that. But a lot of things at clubs really only care about is how many people you can bring into the club. Really, yeah.
Right,
like
right.
obviously you have to be a good enough DJ, but at the same time, if you can bring 50 people to 100 people every week just to come see you,
How do you guarantee
bang.
that?
you got to show them basically.
Advertise.
You like a lot of clubs have like smaller rooms, then they'll start you off in those ones, and you can start your own events. And if you consistently sell those out, they'll be like, okay, main room one night.
So it takes a
Nice.
while
I'll
to
come
kind of
back.
build up to like
Yeah.
getting to the.
Yeah, and it's a lot of like just connections as well.
Have you ever
It's
been
just like-
honey dicked?
No.
Can you
Where
elaborate?
like honey dicking? It's
Yeah.
like where like something is promised and then like you don't get what you
No.
came for. So like
They've always been really reliable.
nice. Everyone's always paid you.
Always paid. Always
Nice, dude,
reliable.
that's great.
Yeah,
Do you get paid after?
Yeah.
Or before?
after.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
yeah.
an after thing, and it's usually cash.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's just cash, because like they'll base it off of like a lot of the times they'll just like give it like they'll have like a DJ rate, or like sometimes they'll like base it off of how like liquor sales as well. We get a certain percentage of that.
Oh,
No
that's
way.
Which is
sick.
kind of nice. But like a lot of most of the time it's just here, like you're gonna get $100 to play. At the end of the night, $100.
So are you wifed up right now?
No, I'm not.
So can you
Don't.
can you talk to us about a story about have you ever taken a girl home from the club or anything like after a set?
I thought this was going in a different direction.
No.
I know
No.
exactly what you were thinking.
Every time.
Yeah, every
DJ
time.
Almost every
Chali
time.
have
Almost
had-
every time. So
Well,
your
if I wasn't seeing somebody every time.
so your KD's pretty high. Your kill death.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, like, Matt, I remember a lot. You were like a lot of the times, just like DJing. There's always just like hot girls behind you all the time too, and then it's like, oh my god.
Do you get to pick and choose like when you're up there? Do you get to be like, yo, to the security, like, yo, let that one up, let this one up,
Let her
my
on
friend up.
stage.
a couple times,
Damn.
because a lot of them will come up and be like, hey, can we come up here? And I'll come up and I'll be like, yeah. Just like go over there, and then like the bouncer beside, I'll be like, It's fine. And like, cause like 99% of the time, like they're cool. It's just girls coming.
So
out there,
when you're
you know?
performing, are there like usually like a bunch of your buddies up there like all the time, or like do you? What's going on there?
Not all the time, but like, cause like some places there's like tables that are behind the DJ booth. Some of
Okay.
them, so like you can't bring people up like willy nilly.
fair
But like
enough.
certain places they'll just be a stage, and you can just like people are allowed to hop up. There's like 2 security guards on each side. But then if you're like, yo, my boys can come up here, yeah. Like if you want to come up here, sure, yeah. But I prefer it if nobody's behind me, just so I can just focus on doing my own thing. So I'll
Fair
get too distracted, and people are like, they'll always just want to talk to you the whole time. Like you can miss transitions and stuff, and you're just like, don't talk to me right now. Like,
Yeah.
But-
You're working.
especially like I'm working, and they're all fucking hammers,
And they're having the time of their lives,
Exact-
but you are working.
exactly. So I try to not to, but like I could if I wanted to.
Yeah.
The boys could always come up. And
Yeah, good one for
Nice.
you.
Yeah.
What is in Vancouver your like top 3 places to perform that you have performed at? No favorites or anything, not in a tier, just what are your top 3
I like that I have played at, or do I want to play at?
that you have and then that you do want to play at actually?
Levels was probably my favorite one that I've played at. The old Ivy Lounge, and then Science World is probably like the top 3 in that order. And then I really want to play at Celebrities. Celebrities is like the main.
Ooh.
Celebrities is the main goal.
I
of
actually just
Vancouver.
got tickets to. We're going next weekend. A bunch of us are going next weekend to a guy. I don't even know his fucking name. It's gonna be the first time I go out in like a year, bro.
Dude, that's the thing. Like so many parties have been going on recently.
That's what I mean.
I haven't jumped back into the scene.
Everything's
yet.
just popping off, so that's why it's like nice as well. Because then if the people are popping off, they're like, "Hey, hit me up." Boom,
Yeah.
there you go, another
Yeah.
thing. And then like Friday, like tomorrow, Enzo is gonna be crazy. That's another freaking huge club, just like knocked off the bucket list. And then if that
Damn.
goes well, residency and
Nice,
so
dude.
dope.
That'd be elite.
That'd be epic. Like this week's been this past 2-3 weeks have just been pretty amazing for me.
Nice,
It's
man.
been pretty cool.
All right,
awesome.
so we're wrapping up pretty quick
I
here
got
in the next.
one more question.
Oh yeah, no,
I
we're
got a
gonna
good
we're
one
gonna
for
get to it. Don't worry. Next 5 minutes. So yeah. What's your question? Then also we want to know what you got planned for the future, man.
So you DJ part time. Do you work somewhere else another time? Like what do you do? What is your day to day?
I work full time at Earl's.
Oh,
Yeah, I serve, bartend, and shift lead there.
Okay.
It's a good gig. Yeah, I worked in a restaurant for 7 years. Earl's and Cactus between the two. Used to work in the kitchen. Now front of
Nice.
house is way better.
Oh,
Used
where?
to work with this guy. Yeah.
Used to be an Earl's boy.
No, used to work
No.
at Cactus with me.
Him and I, Cactus,
Cactus
in the
boys.
kitchen cooking.
Couple years. Yeah.
Damn.
That was a-
Great
You
stories.
get some good ins on that. Eh?
Yeah.
It's the days. Yeah.
Do you learn anything? You take that home to your kitchen.
Take it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a housewife.
Really good at mac and cheese
Yeah, really good at making KD. If anybody
and
out there.
rice. And rice.
The rice? Yeah, big rice guy. Just get a rice pot.
Big rice
Good.
guy. eh?
What's up with the air fryer hype lately?
It's
Oh, I
actually
got
really
one,
good.
bro.
You have an air fryer?
one.
Is
Of
it
course I do.
actually worth it? Seriously,
It actually is pretty good.
It's
You
pretty
can cook
good.
steaks in there.
I saw
You-
somebody making eggs in the
Yeah,
air fryer.
yeah, yeah.
Ryan is over in the corner shaking his head right now. Yeah, so it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
No, air fryers are super.
I like
First of all, they're small and they don't take up a lot of counter space.
Dude, it's an easy
They-
bake oven.
Dude, for sure that motherfucker's an easy bake oven, man. Dude,
A
it,
more
it,
expensive
it
one
saves
for
a lot of.
adults.
First of all, it saves a lot of cleanup. It's super easy if you want to be like doing something while you're cooking. You can walk away from it. It's super easy to use. You can pretty much fucking do anything in those bathrooms.
Conrad, ask him how
It
many
will
times.
save yourself.
It'll wash your
It'll-
car. It'll do your laundry.
Ask
it'll
him-
do everything, man. It's crazy.
Ask him how many times he's used his.
How many times have you used your air fryer?
I can only put.
That's exactly
I can
what
only
I
put
thought.
4 fingers up.
Yeah,
How many
so
times
it's on
have
a
you used
single
your
hand.
oven?
My oven?
Yeah, how often do you use your oven?
He
More
doesn't
than
know
the
how
air
to
fryer.
turn on the oven.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
our oven's from the 80s, man.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
easy.
Every time I walk
Because
away
the
from that-
technology
on.
doesn't need to be fixed. Like
Dude,
it's
every-
perfect.
every-
It gets
It
hot.
works
Like that's all it
perfect.
does.
Every time I walk away from our oven, I think our house is gonna go on fire.
We left it on. We left
Dude,
it on
that-
for a
that
weekend.
oven is
We
Stone
literally
Age,
left it
dude.
on for a weekend.
We-
I went to
we as in
Whistler
me.
and he was here. We left it on Friday till the time I got
You guys
back.
pay hydro here?
Yeah, that was
You
a big bill that month.
idiots.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Actually, the reason behind that is because it was like negative 15 here, and it was reaching almost negative 20 at night when we were going through that cold
Oh,
spell.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're
I
like,
was
yeah, I'll just
literally-
flip on the oven.
I was turning on
Just
the
turn
oven
on the
and
oven, open the
opening
door.
and it was heating the
This
fucking
fucking guy
house.
probably opens his
actually-
freezer
could've
in the
burned
summertime when it
down
gets
this
too hot.
house, you son of a-
Dunk your head.
Dude,
in
I'm
there.
such a piece of shit. Hey,
Oh
shit
my
works,
God.
man.
Yeah, I came back from the interior BC with my family, and my mom and stepdad walk in with me, and I hear the oven clicking. Like, why is the oven on? Call him. He's like, Oh yeah, I was heating the house with it because the heat
Oh
wasn't really
my
working too much.
God, dude, what do you mean?
Yeah, I know I'm an idiot.
I've never seen a worse reaction over parents' eyes and face in my life.
Yeah, it was
until
a
I
pretty
saw
big
that.
disappointment.
All right,
But,
boys.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. This was
We
our
are.
first.
This is our
episode.
first
This
podcast.
is our first
First
podcast,
official
guys. Our
podcast.
first official.
Epic.
Dude, thank you so much for being
Yeah,
here.
Where
Seriously.
brother.
Can the people find you?
Yes, throw out your social media
Type
plugs.
Instagram DJ.Chali. It's really the only one I really use, to be honest.
Right on.
Yeah,
You want people to find you on Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook Jacob Chalifoux.
It's actually
Right,
the
that's
meta.
it.
The
You're not
meta
gonna be able to spell
first
that.
now.
TikTok.
It's called meta.
But no, like if there's any way you want to reach out
Twitch?
to me, Instagram would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Twitch, I don't use that.
All right,
anymore.
guys.
I don't
Well,
need to,
thank you guys so much for watching. This is
Tinder.
the Dirty Dog Podcast. This is episode number 1. You'll be sure to catch us. Where can they catch us? Dirty Dog
YouTube?
Podcast
Are we on
YouTube.
Spotify yet?
We're not on Spotify or Apple Music yet, but we're gonna definitely upload to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
Cool.
guys.
And
All right, guys.
what are the handles for that? Just before we go.
It's literally the Dirty Dog Podcast for Instagram. We secured that handle, and same with YouTube, and TikTok is the same. We secured the handle for all 3 of them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, not
So it's
bad.
super
So
simple
just
to find
the
us.
Dirty Dog Podcast.
And so we got to tell them to hit follow, bell icon.
Yeah. Go do all that shit.
subscribe.
If you're intrigued, if you guys like this shit, go follow, go subscribe, do whatever you got to do to stay in touch with us, and we'll be posting this video soon.
Beautiful. Well,
Okay.
once
Guys.
again, thank you, DJ Chali, for
Chali,
being
thanks for
on
coming on,
our
brother.
Thank
Good to see ya.
podcast, and huge congratulations to all your accomplishments so far
Appreciate
and
it.
what comes to the future.
Cheers, brothers, guys.
Yeah.
Peace. See ya.
Deuces.